But there's a bigger point that is being made here that I'm gonna get into as soon as I fix my situation. First of all, the thing that annoyed me most about reading these comments on this post was how men were being so hypocritical and was like, "Oh man, see, this is what they pushing to the youth, and this is crazy," and da 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 da. And I'm like, this is the same generation of men that been like, I don't want to be a player no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there listening to this shit like, you? I love girls, 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 girls. I literally just got done listening to Jay-Z, I love girls today. So I'm sitting there like, what are y'all talking about? This is crazy. The same men that think that they made a whole account about Future memes, right? Based around things that they think Future would say. These same men going around shaming Glow for saying every woman deserves 4 men. She didn't say every woman should cheat on their man, be disrespectful to their man. She just said every woman deserves 4 men. And these niggas was crashing out. They talking about Glow the devil. Dudes was like, oh, I put her in the same category as Sexy Red and all of that shit. Like, just the funniest shit ever. Pros in different area codes. Exactly. It ain't no fun if the homie can't have none. We just was talking about it. These are the same men. These are the same men that will sing those songs loudly and proudly. This 23-year-old woman get on the internet and says, I think every woman should be entitled to four niggas apiece, in my opinion. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. And they mad. There ain't enough dudes for girls to have 4. We know. That's not the point. So let me tell you what I thought about this when I read it. I don't know if Glow thought about this. I don't even know. I don't know. I haven't spoken to Glow about this. I don't have her phone number. We don't have a direct line, right? But first of all, it was clearly a joke. Second of all, I took it, but the sentiment behind the joke that I got from it was this. Men are so weak, right? And when I say weak, I mean like a smug, right? Like a marijuana or something like that, right? Like men are like stressed, like, you know, like weak weed, like chronic, right? Compared to, you know, whatever, OG or whatever the fuck people smoke now, right? And I remember back in the day when I used to, you know, do that type of stuff, you would have to smoke a lot to get, you know what I'm saying, to get a buzz, right? You would have to smoke a lot to get a buzz. The more potent the smug is, the less you have to smoke, right? That's how it works, correct? That is how one man cannot seem to fulfill the needs of one woman. So when I heard this, the sentiment of the joke for me was men are weak, right? Like women deserve to be fulfilled and they're not being fulfilled by the one man that they have. That's what I got from it. That's why I laugh so hard, because it's true. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't look at it and get all offended and shit like that. Like as a man, I wasn't like, oh man, this is crazy. Gotta go. Like I just got like, yeah, like niggas don't fulfill with like. So if you think about it, what would the 4 categories be? Right? If you had to break it down, right? So you got a man that is considerate in the bedroom, right? You got a man that is going to make her, that's going to put put her sexual needs above his or on his level. Maybe not even above, but on his level, right? So first, let's just start there. You're going to get a man to satisfy you in bed because seems like that's hard to find, right? A man that's going to satisfy you in bed. So you need a man to satisfy her in bed. Cool. Then you need a sensitive man like Ralph Transvan, right? You need a sensitive man like Ralph Transvan. Then you need like the quintessential, masculine man, I would say. Not the brightest, not the smartest. He can fix stuff. You know what I'm saying? He looks the part. And then the money man, exactly, Britt. And lastly would be the man that makes money. Right? When you think about how many men fit that criteria of all four of those dudes? How many men fit that criteria? Oh, I might have to restart the live. They restricted me, y'all. They restricted me, y'all. TikTok always playing. TikTok always messing with your boy. Glow is young and dumb. She ain't dumb to me. Glow young and lit and funny. Glow young and funny to me. Yeah. It ain't no, once again, Glow didn't say every woman needs 4 men. She didn't say every woman should have 4 men. She said every woman deserves 4 men. That's up to the woman. If you don't want 4 men, then this ain't for you. I get it. 1 man is annoying enough. I understand. Trust me, I'm a man. I know. And I talk to men all day. 1 man is more than enough to annoy you. I get it. Let's not get lost in the weeds here. There is a bigger picture here. Let's not get lost in the weeds. Let's not get lost in the weeds. That's what I got from it. I got men are not living up to, we're not living up to the standards that we need to be living up to. We're not satisfying women, blah, 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 blah. That's what I got from it. Behind a lot of jokes, there's a lot of truth. You know what I'm saying? And obviously this was a joke. I thought it was funny. When I just read it, I literally brushed past it. I didn't even look in the comments at first. I just thought it was funny. And then I saw it again, and then I don't know, something made me, I don't know, maybe I saw the comment. It was early in the morning when I saw it. And I went and read the comment, and I was like, what? I was like, why are y'all mad at this? Like, how is this? Why would this trigger so many men? Like, I didn't understand. I genuinely didn't understand why it was triggering to so many men, And then I started thinking about it. And then when I thought, I was like, well, why? Like, why when I thought about it, my thought was, oh, men need to step up. Men need to be better because, why would a woman want 4 men if 1 man is satisfying her? You know what I'm saying? If 1 man is good enough for her, why would she need 3 other niggas? So my mind went to like, well, niggas need to be better. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want my wife to need another man. Yeah, men are crazy. Dealing with 1 man is good luck, right? Dealing with 1 man for most women, good luck. Good luck. But that's not the point. That wasn't the point that I got. That's not the point that I got from it, personally. I thought it was hilarious though. Just dealing with 1 man is stressful. Man, I only talk to men online. I mean, I got sons, but I pretty much only talk to men online, and it's hard dealing with these niggas. So I couldn't imagine being in a relationship. I can't imagine what it would be like to be in a relationship with a man, with the stereotypical man. Like that sounds exhausting. Like if you want to get anything done in a relationship when with the man, you gotta the cajoling and the lie, you know, I won't say lying, but the lying, I guess the lying you gotta put up with, the gaslighting, like, oh my God. That's fucking crazy. It's fucking nuts. So let's read some of these comments. Read some of these comments. Hey, what's going on?
Thank you for inviting me up.
No problem. What's happening?
Just want to say before I start, if the public defender
offender.
Sorry. If the public offender has no fans, I'm dead, guys. Y'all check on me. Your girl's dead. But I did want to reply to, and I hope others join, to Glorilla's tweet about I think every woman should be entitled to 4
men. You just say men.
In my opinion, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. And I'm Muslim, right? Mm-hmm. Born and raised. I come from a Muslim country, so I see what it is for the men to have 4 wives and to be entitled to that through religion. So I support Glorilla. In my because I'm Muslim, born and raised. I didn't convert to the Nation of Islam. I'm Muslim. The people that came before me are Muslim, and there are men in my family that have multiple wives. So let's switch it up. Let's shake the table a little bit.
Why do they need?
Why is it? You know what's crazy is that polygamy. When we speak of polygamy, we think of men with multiple wives, right? That's the first thought, or not wives, or multiple girlfriends, or multiple female partners. So why is it that it's so crazy that Glorilla said that I think every woman should be entitled to at least 4 husbands? We as a society cannot comprehend that. We can't comprehend a woman having multiple husbands and they are for her.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have other, it's not, she has 4 husbands and she has 4 men and those 4 men have 4 other women. Yeah. But we're speaking about men that have unitedly agreed to be there for this woman, just like men with 4 wives. And I'm speaking from a Muslim perspective, guys. I've seen men with 4 wives. I think times have changed. It's time for these women to give me these 4 niggas. These 4 niggas.
I believe it.
You guys say, oh, you don't know. I've seen it. I grew up in it. My mom doesn't have a husband that has 4 wives, but in Islam, you see it all. You see it in your village. You see it in your city, in your country.
Definitely.
It's completely normal. Sorry.
No, it's cool. So I need to read some of these comments that I appreciate you coming up, Jamie, and I 100% agree. Let me read some of these comments real quick from the men's on this post. This is the shit they were saying. Fathers, please stay close to your daughters and keep them away from stupid shit like this. Glad we voted for Trump. It's going to be a theme with the Trump shit. Be careful about following behind some of these celebrities. They'll influence your life right down the drain. The way this is being broadcast and corrupting the youth is wild. Typical. Promoting single motherhood and cat ladyhood. If you have 4 men, how are you promoting single motherhood? Interesting. This next dude says, glad we don't have a female president. Didn't she just say she was waiting on her husband? Wonder how that's going to turn out? Exactly. That's how you know it's a joke. What a great role model for the young females, not young women, but the young females that look up to her. He loves women, by the way. He'll tell you he loves women and he's protecting women and all that stuff, but he's calling them females. But we'll ignore that. This is how you willingly throw yourself into the quote unquote sexy red category. As if who gives a fuck what you think about Sexy Red? We don't care. Have you seen her without makeup? She looks like little Bow Wow's big mean brother. I'm not even convinced she's a woman. Oh wow. Okay. She's slow as fuck. Leading kids wrong. Need to worry about how she good at switching sides. Talking about for the streets. Ignore her. She still has some maturing to do. This is why Democrats lost. Glorilla is born. Disease written all over that. Each one of them gonna have about 4. Then those ones have 4, etc., etc. The math equation is one I don't care to solve or be part of. Who is gonna have 4? The men? It's crazy. This is the same chick that says she refuses to wear white underwear because she always leaves doo-doo stains in them. I ain't heard that yet. Women outnumber men, so that's not possible. Shaking my head, lost. You guys get the message. A lot of that. What do you say, Ginger?
When reading this, I remember there's 2 things I want to say. One is I remember talking to other men, and every time I was like, so if you had 2 girlfriends, can they go get another boyfriend? And they always shut it down, but they perfectly fine with having multiple girlfriends.
Yeah.
As soon as the girlfriends want to have one. But these are the same men that were loving Glorilla's song where she said, I got a dark-skinned nigga with waves and a brown, whatever,
Yeah, a light-skinned nigga with dreads.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she talking about having a roster right there, but they love that line.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't be paying attention to anything they say. They hypocrites, and it's always funny. Gonna be funny.
Always. I will never not laugh at men crashing out about, you know what I'm saying? Like crashing out about women just like saying funny shit and saying like, by the way, just so we're clear, what about this is evil?
Because they can't control nobody. They want control. I saw polygyny? A woman with 2 boyfriends on here a while ago hosting lives about it.
Mm-hmm.
And there were men coming up there trying to call these men soft and all of that. And I was like, you wouldn't say that in their face because they jumped the shit out of you. But
wait. Men aren't even doing this, right? Men just have side girls, and you know what I mean, they cheat on their women. I'm saying, what about that's evil? This isn't agree. If all the men know every woman had 4, I'm saying let's take it at face value, right? If then every man would know that she has 4 dudes, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's not there's nothing more morally bankrupt about this. Everybody knows what's going on. You can participate or not. That's just the reality. If you don't want to be with a woman, you don't got to be with it. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the thing that I find funny is that men will come out here and talk about cheating on women, abusing women, blah, 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 right? And then a woman says something that's, and all she's saying is that when every woman deserves 4 dudes, and the man is like, oh, she evil. Society's about to be destroyed. Trump 2024, like all this random shit. I'm like, what the fuck? What did she say that was so bad though? Even as take it seriously. Fuck it. Worst case scenario, take it seriously. That's what I'm saying. I think it was a joke. Take it seriously, right? Okay, cool. What's wrong with it? Where is the morality at? Like, where's the evilness at? There's nothing evil about that. If a woman does, like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? If 4 men want to sign up to be with one woman, so God bless their hearts. I don't care. Has nothing to do with it. I don't know your name, but what's going on?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, hi. I just wanted to say, I grew up in a household where my father had multiple wives, and I'm telling you, it was hell. it was hell on earth. My mother, normally the reason why these men say, and I'm talking as a Muslim, normally the reason why these men say men should be entitled to, so polygyny is when men marry multiple wives. Polygamy is the other way around, but it could work for men as well. So the reason why men try to justify polygyny and say, oh, because, back in the days, when in the times of war, women were left without husbands, became widowed, and some women were divorcees, and so therefore they needed a source of provision, because at the time it was difficult for these women to get a job, to have access to work and job and so on and so forth, and so therefore the men had to go and provide for them. But for the most part, you see, like countries like mine, in Somalia, in Ethiopia, and so on and so forth, the men are destitute. This is a country where over 70% of people, the population, are in poverty. But it is the most common thing. Like if one man, like it's literally every single person has a family member who is practicing polygyny. There will be men who will be having wives scattered around the country simply because of status, because there is no other means of these men having access to status, because they don't have access to resources, wealth, power, status. So the only way that they can have access to status in a country where they are destitute is through women.
Yeah.
So really and truly, I've never really saw the benefit of it. And God forbid, as a Muslim woman, you question these men and why they need to have 4 women, why they feel so entitled to having 4 wives. They will say that, you are a non-believer, you are a liberal, you are a feminist, you are such and such, you have been indoctrinated, but this is a really good twist. I really like this because I never understood. So before, I'm just going to give you the 2 main reasons why they often try to justify this: the provision aspect of giving you that, and the lineage. Before, they used to use the paternal DNA, they used to use the DNA argument, where they would say, oh, back in the days, women would know the husbands wouldn't know, whose child it is. Now you can do a paternal DNA test, and obviously you can find out who the father is instantly, right? So they can no longer use the argument. But often it's lineage and it's provision. Oh, a man can provide for 4 women, but 1 woman can't provide for 4 men, right? So they would use these arguments, and I just think it's really pathetic. Really, I've never seen a good reason why 1 man should have access to 4 women. It's just backwarded, it's regressive, it's barbaric. But I don't know. I think this is a really good twist. I'd love to hear their arguments regarding this.
Yeah, I don't think they're coming up. They would already be up here. I could tell, but we'll see. We'll keep it going and see what happens. But I appreciate you coming up, though.
Thanks for bringing me up, then.
No problem. You too. Yeah. They all gonna provide. Oh man. But yeah. So I'm not even making an argument or a case or anything like that for whatever, to be honest with you. I'm just being real. Like I said, two things that annoy me about this was how upset men got at women just saying something as innocuous as this. And the other thing that I hated was the fact that the women that or not hated, but the other thing that I clocked was how inept men are in relationships. Like, what up, Shemaine? Men are not. You know what? I'll ask the question to the women. Married women in committed relationships with men. You ain't even got to answer. Fuck it. I'll just say it because I don't even want to get nobody in trouble, right? But honestly, is your man, what up, Tip? Does your man actually satisfy you? Like, does he actually do, like, is he a self-sufficient, independent human being? That also still cares about you? That's all I'm saying. You love him to death. I know. I'm not. Oh man, that's all I'm saying. So if and this is what I'm saying. I'm not talk. I want it for the women in a relationship because they gonna, oh well, women ain't in a relationship and that. Of course they gonna say that they cat ladies. What about the women in relationships with men? They're in relationships with men and they are like hoping that this nigga gets his shit together, hoping that this nigga figure it out. Right? I think that's what the situation that most women find themselves in. They're hoping that the man figures it out. Hoping. But in reality, most men don't. And most men don't come in. We don't come into the relationship whole human beings. We know that. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, now here you are, like, dealing with that shit. Like, that's the that's the long and the short of it. I would love to say it's something different. I would love to say that this shit don't make no sense and the women is da-da-da-da-da and they like, nah, but they got a point. Like, men are lucky women aren't really, you know, like, interested in having multiple men. Like, most women aren't interested in having multiple men for many reasons, right? Morally, you know, women have better morals than men. But also, one man is so terrible that it scares them away from another, you know. Like, one man is so trash, they like, I don't want to deal with another mother. Why would I want another leech? You know what I'm saying? But if you ask the man, here's what I'm saying. If you ask the man, if you could, would you have 4 women? And the vast majority of men would be like, absolutely. That's my dream. But if you ask women, if you ask most women, would you want to have 4 men? No. Fuck no. They're like, 4 men. They might have a panic attack. If you ask a woman that shit, she might literally have a panic attack. Like, thinking about it. Like, that shit is like, no, that's crazy. She got to sleep with 4 ugly niggas. She gotta be patient with 4 niggas that she gotta teach 4 niggas how to wash clothes. Nobody want that shit. She got to deal with 4 niggas gaslighting her. They all got to be fine. Yeah, I'm a sound like the men's right now. You living in a fairy tale. You living in a fairy tale. They all got to be fine. Pray you get one. Pray you get one looker. Pray you get you one looker. That's all I'm saying. What up, Sam?
What's up,
Chilling.
Can you imagine if all niggas came home at one time?
Say what?
Can you hear me?
You went out for a second. You said, can I imagine what?
I said, can you imagine if all 4 of them niggas came home at the same time and took their stinking ass boots off? Like, nah, I'm good.
Gross.
This is too much. It's too much. Like, and I think you made a great point when you were like, if you ask 4 men, would they have? If you ask men, would they have 4? They'd be like, yeah. But if you ask women, they'd be like, no.
Mm-hmm.
Right? This ain't the X sites, but other than that, nah, I'm good on it. I had this conversation with my ex because, you know, he was entertaining that whole conversation of like a poly relationship when I brought it up. And I don't know, for some odd reason, he thought I meant 2 women, but that was never the case. That was never the case. Because, nah, I need 2 dudes if I'm going to have another partner in the house. And so the conversation is like, okay, what's the benefits? And of course, we know that for women, having another woman in the house would be a great benefit.
Yep.
But most of the women are not asking men to go out of their way. We're asking men to be as beneficial to the household as another woman would be. And if that's the case, if I gotta take all of them men, I'd rather they just come and pay all of these bills. Like, just pay all the bills. Because we don't want no other parts of nothing else y'all got going on.
But they're not gonna do that though. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, men ain't about to just pay bills and not get no vagina out of it. So you're gonna have to come up off that box a few times a week. I mean, you're gonna have to lay down with a nigga every day. Like, let's just be honest.
I ain't gonna do. I'm the type, and I'll take all 4. But that's neither here nor there. What I'm trying to say is, I be telling dudes they got the right one. Don't ever ask me because they like to ask for that extra partner. Don't do that because you ain't gonna like. I'm gonna call my best one. I'm gonna call my best hitter. I'm gonna call my favorite. And he gonna come. So let's just you fix the doorknobs around the house and you make sure that the edges of the curbs and shit on the floor ain't sticking up because baby, you don't want these problems. But I came here to pop my gums. That was it.
Jesus Christ. Hey, Osa said, sleeping with 4 ugly N-words is wild. Nightmare. Oh, man. What up, Hendrix?
Hey, Pub. It is, because, think of your pH balance. I'm thinking when they all sync and get that time of the month, and they all be acting like, okay, so what are we? Nothing, nigga. You're just here. You're here to fill a space. I think, I'm on the fence. I'm both. I'm I would, but, it would be a headache because I would have to keep them out of the house. That would only be the way that I would be able to, deal with them because them being in the house would not be a profit. It would not be a gain. It would be a negative. So they would have to be outside of the house. And, you would have that one that'd be like, well, what are we? And you have the other ones that start acting up. It would just be a headache. It would be too much.
Yeah. That's what I'm getting from it. I'm not seeing men being, men are fairly difficult. So I'm just not seeing a situation where men are not being a drag on the woman, unfortunately. And 4 men just seems like more of a drag. Seems like more labor for the woman, personally.
Hey, the odds not coming up.
Huh?
I think the odds not coming up. I think they scared. I think you done scared them. I think they know not to come over here. They got enough.
Nah, they never got enough. They coming. I don't know if they're gonna come tonight. I might have to switch the prop, but we tried it. We ran it. I figured it would be you gotta sometimes you gotta take a chance. You know what I'm saying? Bossy said, wouldn't a 4 nigga a piece? Wouldn't a 4 nigga? What are you saying, Bossy? I'm so confused.
He was saying that person was saying wouldn't 4 dudes be exhausting?
Oh yeah, of course. What up, Penelope Snow?
Hey, Pop, how's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Good. I remember hearing you say, and I think I repeat this often, except for I think I swap out Drake for somebody else less annoying to me. But I remember one time you said if it weren't for enforced monogamy, basically, we would all just be at Drake's house.
Yeah.
So, swap out George Clooney or whoever you want.
Whoever, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right? So in my mind, this kind of is posed as the alternative to that. Because right now, this whole, technically we do have a system where, or at least it's perceived that everyone would just be at George Clooney's house, or, the guy who seems like he can provide for the most can get whoever he wants or what have you. And I think that's what things look like under capitalism, and also since we've made patriarchy universal. But I believe there was a time in which there wasn't this obsession over paternity and paternity as status. And I think when you have paternity as status, as a way of life, as opposed to having multiple men just coming back and parenting regardless of paternity, because we're a community and that's how communities should function. That also humanizes children and doesn't link them to status for a man, and also humanizes women. So I guess my thought is that if we went to this way of life, that would actually eliminate a lot of the violence, because the competition would actually be between men and not between men and women and children. I don't know. Those are just some of my
I'm just trying to think about how with that. So because this system obviously wouldn't be patriarchal. So yeah, to your point, then okay, yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
What kind of system is that?
I don't know, but it just wouldn't be a patriarchy at that point. If this was the case, it wouldn't be possible for it to be a patriarchy and this exists at the same time. So yeah.
Okay, so there's this book. It's called A History of Marriage or something like that, and it's written by, I believe, Patricia Collins. And in the book, her whole goal is to determine whether like marriage or like those one person, what do you call it, one person marriages are like do we see that repeated throughout history and in nature? And so there's this one indigenous tribe. I don't quote me on it because I don't know where the tribe is from. But this is one indigenous tribe, and it's taking place in the 17th century. The women are typically free to do. Pop Pop, thank you, Pop Pop, about the spam me with bread. I love him. Thank you, Pop Pop. But there's this one traditional tribe this indigenous tribe where their women are allowed to be with whomever they want. And we see that again, I believe, I don't want to say, well, we could talk about the different tribes, but this one specifically, they had like the white tea colonizers come over and they were trying to check them into the tribe. Like, oh, you guys shouldn't allow your women to be like this, allowing other men to see themselves as the father of all the children in the tribe. Because then how would you know that this child is your paternal child? And one of the chiefs of the tribe said, like, why does that matter? And I think that was so profound to me because it forced me to think a little bit more about it. Like, don't get me wrong, we know for a fact that women, our children are ours. Most men believe that their children are theirs too. But when you think about it on a larger scale, does paternity matter? Because if we're all community minded and we all want children, the well-being for everybody to be the same, like if we want the great.
Yeah, no, I get it. It doesn't matter. The only reason why it really matters, even like maternally, is for like breastfeeding and and stuff like that. There's an actual like physiological thing that happens. But yeah, I don't know. Medical reasons, yeah. True.
Well, and I mean, that's the thing is we nurse and take care of and tend to wounded that aren't necessarily ours, right? Like it really only matters under capitalism where ownership of others makes sense and ownership of the labor of others makes sense.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So I don't know. Yeah, that's a good question. I like that. Paternity doesn't matter. But in our culture, paternity is like above all. Like that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like men are so afraid of being cucked. And you know what I mean? Like the thing about being cucked, that's crazy is the fact that your woman cheated on you. It's not that the kid's not yours. Physically, you know what I'm saying? Physically, because the baby could be yours. If you adopted a baby, do you not love it? You not love them? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the difference?
I think that's where capitalism came in to like make that like this is your kid. But I think at the rate that women are going at now, men are going to have to take one woman that has more than one man because we're not dealing with men the way that we were back then. And like with all the things that are going on, we're literally like stepping back from it. So if they want to get in our circle, they're going to have to abide by the rules that the women set. And it might turn back into like, we're trying to get back to, matriarchal. And I think back when it was matriarchal and the man didn't matter if it was his kid, it was just a village that was raising the kid. I think that's where it stemmed from.
And you need racism to reify all that too, right? Like having a child, I mean, you're talking about the fear of cuckolding and all that. Like you have to spread all of this mythology around race and who is worthy of being property versus owning property and, the value of a person. So I think the same spirit that wants to police whether or not a person is having babies with another person is the same spirit that wants to commodify and assign value to the races as well, if that makes sense. It's all tied.
All right. Well, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm about to pass out. If I might have to restart the live. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I gotta get my juice. I either I can end the live or I can restart the live. I got two I got two options. I can't keep, y'all know me, man. Y'all my ADHD just can't do it. It can't do the conversation. Yeah, it just can't. It gives up every single time, no matter how cool it is.
No, this is a good one.
It is. It's a good one.
It's for women. It's not for men. So.
But it is for men. Well, it's not though. You're right. Yeah. But I'll do a new topic and restart the live then. Yeah.
Maybe something that's like a choice, you know, like a multiple choice. So you could either pick this one or you can pick everybody at George Clooney's, but you got to pick one.
No, it's not. It's not even a bad topic. It's actually one that should have had the option here, right?
Yeah, it's not that. They just don't be. Sometimes TikTok do what they do. You never know. I don't know nothing about this app. I forgot. I don't know nothing about it, but I'm gonna restart it though because I'm literally about to pass out. I'm tired. I had a long day, but it was a good day. Find a pick me to go. I would. I did. I asked. Not validating their feelings, getting a chokehold every time. I know. All right, I might have to restart it though. Yeah, I can't do the echo chamber. It fuck with me. I've eaten. I'm full. I had a nice big old lunch. Me and Jeff went out to lunch today. Teddy always got a thought. Damn it, how do I get, why is it? Oh, the microphone blocking me. All right. So we gonna do that, y'all. Don't worry about it. I'm spinning block. I'll be back. My YouTubes, don't worry about it. Y'all good. Y'all sit tight. I got y'all. We good. Y'all know me, man. Once I can't, oh my God. I be wanting to not get tired when I do, but I can't. I get tired every time. Like, oh, maybe we can have this conversation. And then like 5 minutes into it, I'm like, yeah, I don't hear this. They're making valid points. I love it. Just not right now. I could do it on the back end. I just can't do it up front. That's the problem. I just can't do it up front. Catch me on the back end though, then I can have a convo. It'd be way better. Man, see, got me yawning. Men's feelings shouldn't be validated. What was the one we ran that day? That shit was funny. They was mad as fuck. Miss Andrews misunderstood. That was a really funny prompt that Penelope gave me. I was cackling hard. Shit had me laughing. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. I don't know. It's too many prompts in here. It's too many. Men's feelings shouldn't be validated. It's always a funny one. What was this one? How does being with a man benefit a woman? Here, let's do that. You mind? Let's fix it. Let's I don't even know. Let's see if we could see if we could freak this one a little bit. Mm-hmm. All right. Now, what was the other one? How do all right. Let's try it, y'all. Who knows? Who knows? All right. I never know. TikTok is a fickle lady. Very fickle woman she is. All right. All right. We did that. Now I just got to do that, and then we're good to go. I appreciate y'all sticking with me, hanging in there. The thing that I hate is when I change the prompt, and then on YouTube, you know, it's a different prompt. So if you're watching the video not in real time, you're coming in expecting that, and then it like changes. But whatever. Like I said, I feel like we eventually end up having like the same or similar conversation, or you know what I mean? Like the conversation just kind of goes where it goes anyway. It's just about, you know, triggering the the right responses, right? That's all it is at the end of the day. At the end of the day, we gonna get to it. That's the thing. All right. Jackson is not happy. I don't know what's going on with my baby, but he ain't liking it. Whatever it is, he ain't satisfied with life right now. Ran through his 4. What's that? 4 men equal the perfect man. Now TikTok is a woman. Yeah. I'm gonna take it's too late to take a nap, Ariel. I gotta go. I'm old. If I go to sleep now, I'm not waking up till 4 in the morning. Ain't no nap. It's bedtime shit. Ain't no naps, man. It's bedtime. It's a bedtime. All right, we bite. What's good? I have always believed that men and women needs each other. Why is that? Why do you think men need women? Why do you think women need men? Very curious. It's interesting. What's up, randomly 03? What's good with it?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. So you believe that we need each other. What do we need each other for?
Just a minute, honey. Okay, can you go in the living room for mommy? Please, thank you. Okay. Sorry about that. The reason why I said that men and women need each other is for basically companionship, right? For hey, yeah, can you? Sorry, I'm so sorry.
You're okay. I know, I get it.
It's me.
And that's me with you.
Oh, no, that's Zach too, honey. That's your brother. Can you go in the living room, please, and thank you?
Hey, Deshaun, you can come up.
That's my daughter.
Hold on, let me do this real quick. I'm gonna mute Deshaun for the live, and we are going to mute this other person. Where'd they go? Chaos. We're gonna mute Chaos too. Yeah. So you can come up and get unmuted if you like. That's fine. I would love to hear you participate in the conversation. But yeah, we don't say weird shit in the comments. Y'all got to come up and say it with your chest. Okay, go ahead, randomly 03. I'm listening. So you said for companionship. Okay.
I think men and women both need each other for different reasons. For companionship, for friendship, for anything really. Like, we don't need each other in a way like to support one another, but more so for like human emotions, right? Human contact, for conversations. Like, maybe need is the right word I'm looking for. But when you get down to it, if men don't need women and women don't need men, then who has each other?
Oh, I don't think men need women. I wasn't saying men don't need women. Men need women, but women don't need men. No. Women are.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think women. Yeah, I don't think women. I don't think women need the companionship of men. If they don't, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Some women may want that. I don't think that's a need of theirs. Women don't need men to be the best versions of themselves. They don't need men to build them up. Like, they don't need that. They don't need men for protection. They don't need men for money. I can't think of anything they really need men for, but men need women like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I do agree with you there. You opened my mind a little bit more to what I've been thinking. Because, like, you do have an excellent point. Like, men do need women. Absolutely. Because sometimes women are the only ones that can keep them from falling off the edge, right? To bring them back if they can't control how they're thinking or feeling. Women have that ability to kind of bring them back by making any sense.
Yeah, they do. Men need women to stabilize them. Yep, they need men. They need women to motivate them. Right? When you talk to men, I mean, you can look at the numbers too. But when you talk to men and you talk about like home, even something like owning a home, men will say, "Why would I own a home? I don't have a family. I don't have a wife." I'm like, what? Why wouldn't you want to buy a home? Like, what the fuck does a wife?
I need a home.
Like, you don't want to live somewhere? I don't know. Shelby was saying babies. What are you saying babies for? I don't know what that means.
Yeah, well, I just find it interesting because she obviously has kids, so she wouldn't have had those kids without a man. So,
but do you need to have babies?
Well, that's a reason why people would want to be with a man.
I know, but no. But listen, but what I'm saying, Shelby, do you need? Hold on. Time out, you guys. Does a person need to have children? That's what I'm asking you, Shelby.
There will be no more people if.
That's not what I asked you. That's not what I asked you. Because what you're talking about is humanity. Does humanity need children to go on? Yes. Do women need men? No. How does that equate to men? Women need men.
They don't need men personally, but
there you go. Should be no but after that, right? Because that's what I'm talking about.
But then there's no more women.
That's not, the women that are living are going to die one day, and the men that are living are going to die one day. So let's just say that everybody is selfish.
It is connected to humanity, though.
Say that? What?
It is connected to humanity.
I'm not debating that. That is not the discussion at all. I just want us to be clear. I am not asking for humanity to continue. Do men and women, need to come together, or do men need women, or whatever? Yes, that's a different conversation for a different day. For the women that are already here, for the women that already exist, do women need men is the question.
I think I would say yeah.
For what?
I agree with companionship. I think that it helps you grow when you find someone that you love and you can grow with them together. Mm-hmm. And you can find out strengths about yourself. You have someone that can help you learn more about yourself, because now you're exploring an entire new part of your being. Mm-hmm. Now that you're having to coexist with someone.
Okay.
I think it creates a better version of yourself when you can learn to be selfless for someone else.
Yeah, like a dog.
That's different.
I'm just saying, you don't need to do that stuff. You don't need a and I would ask you this, Shelby. The situation you're describing, do most men actually do that for women?
My husband does.
That's not what I asked you. I didn't ask you, do you need your husband?
I don't know. There's no quantitative evidence of that.
There's not? Are we sure about that?
I mean, if you can find it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm saying. So, married women with children are less happy than single women without children, right? Even single women with children are happier than married women with children, right? You can disagree with it. I don't care. I'm just telling you that there are studies that say that. Yeah.
I disagree with that, but I mean,
Why would you disagree with that?
It's dependent on their circumstance.
I know, and that's not okay. So if they do a poll, right, and the circumstances are saying that in all, because you're right, it's depending on the circumstances. What I'm saying is most of the circumstances of women reflect that most women who have children and are married are less happy than women who have children and are not married. And you don't see how that could be possible?
No, because I know a lot of single mothers who struggle because they do not have another source of income.
Yep.
So I can't.
And why are they not with the fathers of their children? You don't think they can get back with the fathers of their children if they wanted to?
Not in every situation.
Not in every, but in a lot of them, if not most. Could they not?
Depending on the situation that they left them for.
I know.
It could have been a one-night stand. It could have been
an
abusive relationship.
I'm not. That's irrelevant. Again, they could get with the men that they have children with, and they are choosing to remain, to struggle on their own versus being with that man. You're not making that connection. Like, damn, what does that say about the man? You think they're just dumb? Like they just made a bad decision? How many women got pregnant on a one-night stand, by the way?
I don't know any personally.
You said the women you know. Hold on. Wait, Shelby, you just said the women you know.
How can you say that with your full chest?
That's crazy.
Because it happens. What are you talking about?
No. I'm not disagreeing. See,
I didn't say I knew anyone personally.
You did. I promise you did. You said, I know a lot of single mothers. And then
That's what I just said. I said I know a lot of single mothers. I didn't say ones that had been had a baby on a one-night stand.
But then you said that though. So the natural, that's what I'm saying. Like, of course I would assume.
That was not.
Okay. So you weren't talking about, so that's what I'm saying. So in one breath, you were talking about the women, you know, and then you pivoted to women in general. But like, how many women, even then, how many women are having babies on one night stands? What percentage of babies do you think are being born due to one night stands?
I don't know.
Not many. Not many. The vast majority of kids are being born to people in relationships.
My whole point was that women who are single mothers struggle more than women who have a husband or a partner because they have another income.
But they only struggle more financially, right? Like you just said.
Their children struggle. They don't have another parent.
No, I got you. I'm not knocking that. I'm not denying. I know I grew up in poverty with a single mom, and my mom had to work a lot, and she did a lot for us, and she worked her finger to the bone, right? So I see it. I'm not denying that. There was nothing that you could have done to get my mom to get back with my father, because that's how abusive he was, and that's how terrible he was.
Yeah, I was in the exact same situation.
Look at that. Then how don't you understand this? How don't you get this? This is like super easy to understand then. Like, you come to find out you've been in this situation. You're telling me you don't understand how a woman who is in a relationship, this is how it sounds to me. So you have a woman who has kids, right? Then she has a husband or a boyfriend that is I won't even get to the abuse, but she has a man in the house that acts like a fucking child. She got 2 little kids and she got 1 big kid, let's say, right? Who is her husband or her boyfriend, who she has to remind to do everything. And he fights her at every turn. And he's argumentative and he's combative and he's dismissive and he's disrespectful and he gaslights, right? You're telling me that that's not common? You're telling me that that's not most men?
No, that's common, but I still think that I see from also my mom's perspective, she doesn't like being alone. She wants to find a man that loves her and treats her right. She doesn't want to be by herself.
But that's not saying anything. Wanting to be with somebody who respects you is not the same thing as saying she needs a person. She wants that. Who doesn't want that? I know tons of women who haven't dealt with men in years, but they definitely want a man that would treat them with respect and all of that stuff. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Those two things they're not mutually exclusive, right?
Well, your proof doesn't say need. It said, should women be with men?
It asks, how do men benefit women? And I have yet, money? Is that how men benefit women?
I said earlier, if you have a good man,
that's an if.
They help you grow as a person.
Got you. So I think I understand the disconnect. So when I say men and women, I'm talking about most men and most women. You said you had the caveat of if he's a good man, and I agree. If he's a good man. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What percentage of men do you think fit the bill of being a good man in your mind? Is it most men? Is it some men? Is it all? Like, what percentage of
most men? I think that your father and my father are not the majority of men.
You don't think that? You think the majority of men are good men? And what's a good man to you?
Someone who respects his partner, someone who is emotionally intelligent, someone who.
You think most men are emotionally intelligent?
Wait, no.
I don't hate men.
I don't know.
Wait. How does this equate to me hating men because I'm being? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Shelby. I'm listening.
Maybe I'm not as cynical, but I feel like there's a lot of good men.
A lot? Okay. I don't know what that means. I'm asking because this is about most. So a lot is still not most. That's what I want to get back to. So I just want to make sure.
You think most men in this world are that there's millions of married people.
Mhm.
You think that everyone,
Nope.
the majority
The
of
majority.
men
Mhm.
in these married relationships
Mhm.
are bad men?
Yes,
Yes,
easily.
Wow.
absolutely.
Easily. To some degree. Hey, some are worse and some are better. But the vast majority of men are not equal to what women are doing in a relationship. They don't do what women are doing in the relationship, right? They don't have the same amount of all right, look, who lies more, men or women in a relationship? Who do you think is lying to each other more?
I don't know.
Men.
Okay. Thank you, randomly. Who is more likely to physically abuse, men or women?
Men?
Who's more likely to cheat, men or women?
I don't know.
Men.
Men. Who's more likely to bring back an STD from outside relationship, men or women?
Probably men.
Men. Who's more likely to financially abuse their spouse?
Men.
Okay. So, and when I say and the things that I'm describing would men are in that, like, most men fall within one, if not two, if not three, if not four of those categories. Most men do. As a man, I'm going to 100%, without a doubt. I can tell you without a doubt. Personally, the studies will reflect this, like whatever, however you want it. I could use my own personal experiences, or we can talk about data, right? But I'm saying most men do fall within that. They're within there somewhere. Most men are. You think I'm being cynical or am I being rational?
I have, besides my father, I have not seen any men that have been bad.
But you just said you know a lot of single mothers.
That was they split for other reasons.
Why did they split? They just left good men?
No, it was on one of it was on her doing.
So she didn't leave. He left her. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And what did she do?
She was just emotionally abusive to him.
Okay. And you know that because she told you that?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what about the other ones?
They were young.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a teenage situation.
Okay. But I mean, that doesn't answer the question. But so was the man abusive or not?
No.
Nope.
None of these situations were an abusive male.
So the man didn't lie. He didn't cheat. He didn't nothing. He was just a good man, and they just didn't work out, and she just left him.
Well, my first friend, he was the one that was not good to him.
Yeah, you said that. You said her.
Yeah.
So I'm asking about the rest of them.
The other girl was, she had her baby at like 17.
Mm-hmm.
And
how old was the man? The person? How old was he?
They were both teenagers.
He
was 18.
Okay.
And I mean, they're not together.
Mm-hmm.
He helped out, but barely.
That's not abusive? He's currently abusing her right now, and you're saying that he wasn't abusive? You're literally watching a man be abusive right now, financially abuse his child and the mother of his child, and you're talking about you've never seen men be abusive? That is abusive.
He pays child support, but he doesn't want him. They're not together.
That's not what you're saying, though. You're saying that he barely helps out. That's abusive. Neglect is abuse. See what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't see it as, I guess.
It is abuse. It's not an opinion. It's abusive. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's abuse.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you have seen it. And it was odd that the first person you started off with conveniently was a woman that, wronged a man. And that's cool. I'll take it at face value. But you mean to tell me that all the rest of these women, that are single mothers, their man was a good man and she just wanted to leave him for no reason? while she had a baby with this? Like, come on.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Makes zero sense. Like, you know, these men are abusive, Shelby. Come on. I don't know what you're capable for, right? Like, I don't know. Are you like trying to lie to yourself? Like, I don't understand. Like, what's the point in that?
No, I'm not lying to myself. I just don't think that I don't think the majority of men are bad.
Okay.
I just don't.
You don't think the majority of men are bad? Okay. So what if so I got one more question for you and I'll move on. Do you think that most women have experienced a bad man? If not more than one bad man?
Yeah, but there's men who have experienced.
Hold on, Shelby. I would like for you to answer my question.
I dated a guy who was physically abused by his ex-wife.
Okay, that sucks.
Never laid his hands on her.
Uh-huh.
And she would throw the blow dryer at him.
Did you talk to her?
No, but I dated him and he
I know.
never did anything to me.
No, I know. I'm saying, but you never spoke to her, right?
No.
Okay. I'm just saying there's you taking this man's story at face value, like, I don't know, whatever. You can believe it though. I'm not saying that he was lying. I believe him too, whatever. But
no, I have another friend right now who's almost losing custody of his children because his wife is lied and said that he hit her.
Oh, so you were there? You know that he never hit her?
No, it was on footage.
It was on footage. Okay. So if it's recorded and he has the proof, then just show the court.
Yeah, they're still not, because he put his hands on her shoulders and made her sit.
Oh, he did touch her. Okay.
He was trying to just calm her down.
But you don't touch a person. You know that, right?
Especially an angry woman, it's just gonna get her more angry if you put your hands on her. If a man puts his hands on already a wild up woman, yeah, that woman's gonna throw some hands. You can't blame her for that.
You don't know the situation.
No, I don't think you know the. I was gonna say it doesn't like you know the situation. No, we're guessing just like you. Like we're just doing the logical. You know what I mean? We're just taking like logical leaps here.
Explain the situation.
Well, you did though. Even with the look, you are not even telling us the whole situation, and even what you're giving us sounds like the man is abusive. I would never touch my wife like that. I would never. If my wife was irate, right, yelling at me, and I touched her on her shoulders and forcibly made her do anything, she would probably leave me.
She was intoxicated, threatening to go take the children and get in her car and drive with them.
Take the kids and get in the car and drive away before she can do it.
The situation.
I'm telling you, that's the situation. That's not the situation. So you're saying that a man versus a drunk woman couldn't run in the house, get the kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, before you lay hands on her. Now, look. If she has the kids,
I need to drop. This is like insane. You guys are just not letting me explain anything, talking over me. This is.
Are you serious? I've been letting you tell us the story this whole time.
I'm trying to tell you that he was being nice, trying to calm her down and get her to sit on the couch to de-escalate her. That's all he was doing. And their camera in their house looked like, because he did put his hands on her shoulders to just sit her down on the couch nicely. And now the court is looking at it badly, and he's absolutely out of his mind. And I feel so bad for him because he's the nicest human being on the planet. And she was the narcissist who's been abusing him for years. I just have a quick question though. So you said that she lied on him, but there's footage that people are looking at, like people who do this for a living, right? Who examine evidence in these cases. Don't care, because men in these situations, men get screwed.
They get screwed. Okay. So what if I told you that statistically, when men are accused of abuse, that the likelihood that they get custody goes up, not down.
When men are, say that again?
When men are accused of abuse by the mother of a child, right? You're in family court. A man is accused of abuse. The mother says he's abusive, right? The likelihood that he gets custody goes up, not down. So how do men get screwed?
That is not true at all.
That's not true?
The courts always favor the mother. Are you
always favor the mother? Okay. So what?
It is extremely difficult for the father to get custody
Mhm.
because I have actually another friend who's battling with this right now. And I'm not even freaking lying.
I believe you.
His wife literally drove drunk with their baby in the car.
Mhm.
And he has all this proof accumulating and he still can't get full custody of his daughter.
Mhm. Okay.
See, I've seen the other side of this so badly that I'm just very passionate about it.
Mm.
Maybe it's just been these few circumstances for me, but it's just unfortunate that it's been 2 guy friends already that I know who are dealing with custody battles and the courts favoring their absolute a-hole wives.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's sad. And I really, I don't.
Chubby, can I ask you a question? Have you ever been to like a farm or like a petting zoo or anything like that?
Yeah, I grew up in Connecticut.
Okay. Have you ever like been around like a dangerous animal, but they were, like they were domesticated, or you know what I'm saying? Like a dog, right? Like a big dog.
Yeah, not close up.
Oh, you never been around like a big dog, like a dog that could be dangerous?
I guess.
Yeah, we all have, right? I would assume wherever you grew up. The reason why I'm asking is because you may have a dog, and your experience with a dog or with these 2 dogs that may be a good experience, right? They're the dogs you know them, you pet the dogs, nice dogs, right? Cool. Right?
Right.
But dogs can be dangerous though, right? Like animals are typically speaking, they can be dangerous to human beings, like a dog, right? So you don't go around like saying like, well, all dogs are safe because these 2 dogs that I been around are safe, right? Yeah, that wouldn't make sense. Like if everybody around you is telling you that dogs are dangerous, and you dealt with 2 dogs that weren't dangerous, are you then going to go fight the battle for all dogs? Like, no, dogs are not dangerous. That wouldn't make any sense, right?
No, I wouldn't say all men are dangerous.
No, well, you don't know which men aren't dangerous, but most men are dangerous to women. You know what I'm saying? Like you just don't know.
See, this is so like hypothetical. I would need to see a statistic that says how many men are dangerous in this world.
I don't know what that means. How would you quantify that?
How would you quantify what you're saying?
The likely
most men. I mean,
well, I would quantify it by saying that 1 out of 5 women are SA'd in their lifetime. I would quantify it by saying that 98% of all violent crime that's committed in the world is committed by men, 85% in America. I would quantify it. The majority of women who would tell you they've been SA'd or they've been assaulted or they've been.
Most women in relationships are happy with their partner.
Who told you that?
They get out.
Who told you that? Who told you that most women in relationships are happy with their partners? Who told you that?
I mean, it's why would you be in a relationship with that person?
What if you have kids? You talked about it before. And women, I think the number one reason women are in relationships with men when they shouldn't be, to your point, is due to hope, due to optimism that he can be better. Also due to him probably fucking lying to her and telling her he can be better. And she's just waiting for him to prove it.
I think that's a smaller minority than you think.
Is it?
Yes.
I don't know. I think that the majority, I don't know, this is weird. Randomly, do you think
I think there would be, you would see a lot of unhappy people walking around if that was the truth.
You do. What is the marriage rate today?
What do you like? What kind of lenses do you walk around with every day? Like I don't see that.
I'm just using.
I don't know. Maybe I just have like a positive outlook on life.
That's it. Yeah, I agree.
I mean, because I've been through so much trauma and abuse, I refuse to see it anymore.
Wait, by who? Who did that to you?
My father.
Oh, a man did it to you. That's odd. I was abused by a man. Randomly, if you don't have to answer, have you ever been abused by a man?
Yeah, actually I have. When I was 17 years old, I was taken to Montreal, Canada.
Shit.
By a 21-year-old. And the first day he,
Interesting.
made me work on the corner, so to speak, and I would get
Jesus.
beaten.
Wow.
And who have me.
You're breaking up really bad. Wow. I didn't expect to hear that. You're breaking up really bad randomly. You got really bad service. Really bad service. Like, I could see the bars. I'm gonna mute you for now. But come back when your bars are better or your service is better. It's really bad right now. You're good.
Yeah, what bar?
Yeah. So the reason why I was asking Shelby is because, like, I'm a man. I grew up in California. Like, we don't live in the same place. We're not of the same demographic. I'm 42 years old. I don't know how old you are. Like, but I was abused by a man. You were abused by a man. Randomly was abused by a man. Not to say women can't abuse. Of course, women can be abusive. But you don't think it's odd that us three were abused by men? Because if we're just going based on the things we see, I see three people who have no connection, but yet we all three of us were abused by a man. By a man.
I just don't. I understand that, but I just don't understand. I don't think that the majority of people in relationships are being abused. I don't think it's. I think there's more happy couples than non-happy couples, basically.
Interesting. That could be. I truly wish and hope for that. I do. And I'm not against that. I want that to be the case, right? I don't see any evidence of that being the case. I talk to, dozens of people a week at least, you know what I'm saying? But I talk to a lot of people. And even without the studies, when I just talk to women, the women are just telling me the same thing over and over and over again about men. Like, it doesn't matter the age of the woman. It doesn't matter the race of the woman. It doesn't matter the socioeconomic status of the woman. The women are telling me the exact same stories over and over and over again. Like, even me as a man, you asked me, do I hate men? Ma'am, I came to this realization as a man, thinking I don't think I ever thought like you, like, you know what I'm saying, exactly, but I definitely was in the same, like, lane. Like, I didn't see it. If you would have asked me, I would have been like, oh yeah, men are cool and most men are good and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like, but hey, it's undeniable. Run that poll again. When you talk to men, when you talk to women about this stuff, it's like every woman I could ask Tiff, she would say the same thing. I ask you, you say the same thing randomly. Me, like, just ask everybody that comes up here. They'll all be like, yeah, I was abused by a man. Some of us, it was our parents. Some of us, it was our school teachers. Some of us, it was a boyfriend. It was a dad. It was but it was a man. And you're telling me to believe that most men treat women kindly and fairly? How? Why doesn't society reflect that? That's my question. If that's the case, you think women are treated fairly in society? That's my question. You think women are treated equitably in society?
Yeah.
They are? Okay.
There's nothing men can do that women can't do.
Except for be president. But so what?
Well, she could have been president. She wasn't voted as president.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, speaking of, I'm sorry, Paul. Can I
Please go ahead. Yes.
Tell me who'd you vote for?
Why is that important?
It is important. It absolutely matters. Because I want to know, were you on the right side of history or were you not? Did you vote like your wayward husband or were you standing for the right thing?
Yeah, see, I'm not going to engage in a conversation with you if you're going to come at me like that.
Okay.
Okay, so you're bothered by what I asked you?
My wayward husband.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, so we know the truth. So we know what happened, right?
Yeah, so you just come on TikTok to be an idiot. Okay.
I'm the idiot.
Oh, shit.
Okay, hold on. Shelly, babe, I'm 87. Babe, Shelly, why do you feel
Shelby?
Right, just like all of you can't pronounce Kamala Harris's name. Okay, just please listen to me for a second. I want to ask you a question. Why do you feel like you have to cap so hard for men? Why do you feel like you have to? Why do you feel like you have to stay so strongly behind the patriarchy? Why do you do this shit?
Wow, I must be older than you if I don't know what cap means.
Well,
she said caping. She said caping for the patriarchy.
Well, that's what I meant.
Hey, hit that poll up there, y'all, real quick. Hit that poll. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Why do you feel the need to stand by men? When men detrimentally cause harm in our society, we live under a patriarchy. There is no country on earth where women have equal status to men. So why do you feel the need to stand by their side, especially the YT man?
I don't hate men. I'm not here to bash men. That's not what this
having a criticism about men doesn't mean you have to hate men. But even if I say that I hate men, I'm allowed to say that.
Why do you hate men?
Because they've caused harm in my life, and they've caused harm to the women that I love in their life.
That's certain men. The sins of those men should not have to dictate all men. I'm sorry that that's happened to you, but it shouldn't make your judgment of all men.
So just listen to yourself, though. Why are you protecting them?
I'm protecting humans. I don't care if you're a man or a woman.
Yep. She cares about humans, humanity.
You really need to heal, and I
don't tell me I need to heal because you don't know what I went through. You just heard randomly talk about what she's went through. It's a lot easier to tell somebody to just heal when they've dealt with trauma.
I understand that. My mom's going through it right now. She's in a mental institution because my father beat her.
And don't shame mental health. All of us, practically all of us as human beings have some type of mental, we have things we go through. We're traumatized as human beings. Stop doing that.
Can we just pause for 1 second? Shelby, wait. I'm sorry, Shelby. Your mother is in a mental institution because of what your father?
She's gonna be going soon, yeah.
Because of what your father did to her?
What he did to my entire family. And I still don't hate men because I've seen the evils. I've seen the evils of my father, and I've seen the amazing men who have helped me get through the situation with my father.
Got you. I can respect that.
My father is an outlier, and not every man is like my father.
I agree. Not every man is destructive as your father, but
we understand that we can make generalizing, sweeping statements without it quite literally meaning everybody.
Yeah.
But also, we have to also include everybody. So yes, it is all men. Because there is a system in place that upholds their presence, their existence. It's called patriarchy. under the rule of the father, under the rule of the man, right? So we can look at the macro level issue and focus on the majority of the problem.
I got to read this poll real quick. It says, were you abused in some way by a man? 119 people voted. 98.32% said yes. 1.68% said no. Kelly said, Shelby, men cause war and then unalivement of children. Let's get the likes up, y'all. 100,000 likes, please. Yeah, this is crazy. I'm not gonna hold you. I think this is pretty wild. Jackson Carter, excuse me. Be quiet.
And Paul, I'm gonna leave this here and I'm gonna drop because I have to get my baby to bed.
Okay.
Randomly, first of all, I wanted to say, I'm sorry, I'm sorry for any victim who's experienced any kind of abuse or essay trigger warning.
Thank you very much, Tiffany.
Yeah, of course. Like, we need to validate women's stories, all women's stories, Black women's stories. We need to validate their existence, right? So, Shelby, I need you to do better. You're part of the problem, because I can guarantee I know how your vote swayed, and this is why we're at where we're at. And you need to have more empathy and understand that you are a woman at the end of the day, and you're part of the problem. Okay? And you need to stop siding with your husband and look outside and see the bigger picture. Shred your I'm still talking, Shelby. Shred your cognitive dissonance. I don't know if you need to go back to school, get some education, but please do better. And listen to women, listen to Black women and what they're telling you.
Yeah, she is heavy. Kelly said, how are we equal when women don't even get equal pay? Yeah.
It's not, so okay. I'm gonna go because that's a lie. It has to do on the
types of jobs that they choose. Yeah.
It has to do with the jobs that women are choosing. So this is just getting like too political for me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think it's always been political, Shelby. I think that's the disconnect. But I hear you though. I don't, and also it's not based on the types of jobs that women choose. Have you ever read a study on wealth or the wage gap? Like, do you know how they do figure out the numbers, right?
Yeah, it's not true.
No, I know. How do they figure out the numbers?
I don't know how they figure out the numbers.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So I'll tell you, they don't do it based on it basically does like this. They'll take a job and they control for all of that. They say, okay, people working roughly the same amount of hours, roughly the same amount of education on the same job or in the same field. You know, that's how they do it. So it's not for different jobs. They don't compare a woman that works, that's a clerk at a school to a man that's a doctor. That's not what they're doing. They would compare doctors. They would compare two general practitioners. They would compare two brain surgeons. They would compare two women in tech, but specifically whatever their job was. And so like, that's literally how it breaks down. And when you control for all of those things, men still make more money than women. Just so you know. So it's not based on the job. You should look it up though. That's the thing. I don't have any ill feelings towards you or anything. I'm just saying, I think that some of the stuff that you think is just because you don't know, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think you're like, stupid or bad or anything like that. I just think you just don't know. You know what I mean?
No, I just think there's a lot of misinformation.
You think there's a lot of misinformation?
Yeah, the pay gap has been debunked many times.
But you haven't. But you never read it though.
It just keeps being propagated.
Hold on, wait. But Shelby, you just admitted that you never read it. So how did you know it was debunked? You've never read the study. How did you know the study was debunked?
I've listened to people talk about how it was debunked. I've read articles about how it was debunked.
I know, and I can tell you
looked at the exact study.
So what I'm saying is the reason why it's important is the reason why you just said it's debunked literally wouldn't have debunked it. That's my point. And you would have known that had you read the study. You see what I'm saying? Like that's how I know that it's never been debunked, because I read the study or studies. There's multiple studies on this, but I've read 2 studies on this, and they both said the same thing essentially. It is not it. That's
well, again, then that's the problem. There's just misinformation because you've been
misled.
No.
That's not possible. You think
possible that you've been misled?
It could be, but I've done more research on it.
Article is the truth. That's the whole issue with our country.
I didn't read an article though. You read an article. I read 2 studies. Right? That's the difference. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm literally just more educated in this than you. It's not that I've been misled. I just read the studies and you haven't. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm giving you an actual out and you're like acting like you got the misinformation, but what do you mean? I just read the study. I didn't read an article about the study. I read the study. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no women are suing for this or anything.
Of course, women sue for this all the time. But the thing about this is the same way black people sue over this. Black people are paid less than white people, right? For doing the same jobs and so on and so forth. It's so hard to prove it. It's really, really hard to prove it. It is. It's hard to prove this level of collusion, like not collusion. It's because it's really hard to prove these things, right? So when you say stuff like women can do anything men can do, you're right. That's the way the system functions. On paper, you're right, except for getting abortion, right? Men can't get abortions, but men have bodily autonomy, right? Especially over their reproductive rights. Women reproductive organs. Women don't. But what I'm saying is women, when you set up a society in such a way that you brainwash, the people who have the power, you know what I mean, in the society to, be racist and be xenophobic and be sexist or whatever the case may be, right? You brainwash them. That is what our society was founded on, right? In this country specifically, in the West in general, that is what it was founded on, right? You teach everybody in the society that, right? It doesn't matter. I've been taught the same thing you were taught, to be honest with you. You teach everybody that, right? You put it on TV, you put it in every bit of media, right? It's everywhere, right? The only places where you can find the truth is in a book, in a study, or in a class in college, right? And the vast majority of people don't go to any of those places, right? So now you set up society in such a way that you don't need to tell men not to pay women the same money that they would pay a man. They do it. You don't need to set up a law. The men just do it. They automatically do it. Right? That's what I'm saying. So it's so hard, and it's so hard to prove that it's simply because she's a woman. It really is. But when you see it play out systemically, right? When you see so you have to start thinking so is every woman or most women just, not equipped to do this job? Do they deserve less money, right? This much less money, 15%, 20% less money than a man for doing the same job? When women once again are more productive than men at work, generally speaking, that doesn't make sense. Women are more productive than men at work. Right? So
if there is such a drastic wage gap, could it be that they think of women having to take maternity leave?
Yeah, but is that a problem? Because to your point, don't we need to have children for society to continue?
We do, but I'm saying that could be a reason if there is a wage gap, which I still don't think there is.
Yeah.
It's probably because they have to factor in maternity leave. But
in the study, they did control for that too, by the way. You should read. I'm telling you, it's very interesting. You would be shocked. That's all I'm going to tell you. Based on what you're saying, you would be shocked. You would, because everything you're saying, because you're asking the questions. That is a rational question. I don't think it's irrational, right? But if you read the study and you see how they how they did the study, you're going to be like, damn, they actually, they thought about that, right? And they didn't leave any room for doubt. Beyond the shadow of a doubt, men make more money for the same jobs that women work. They just make more money. That's just that's the reality. It's the country we live in.
For all the people that in this chat that think I don't work, I work in computer science.
Awesome.
9 to 5 every day, and I make the same amount as all the men.
How do you know that?
Because we're a very close office. We're all like best friends, and we felt comfortable enough to disclose that with each other.
So, do you think most people
make the same?
Do you think most people are disclosing how much money they make with their coworkers?
In the past 3 jobs I've worked in, we all have.
It's, you know, I find
not everyone, but a few of us who became close.
Yeah. You know what I find odd about the stuff you're telling me is that everything you tell me is like you are telling me like the least likely scenarios, and you're like, yeah, it's never happened to me. It all, like, I'm like, wow, that's amazing. Like, you live a charmed life outside of your dad being abusive, but you pretty much lived a charmed life as an adult. Most people don't know how much their coworkers make. It's like companies.
And I'm not lying. This is.
I believe you. You think I'm saying you're lying? I'm not. I'm just saying you. I literally just said you are. I'm just making the point that what you're saying is not common. That's all I'm saying. I'm just trying to help you understand that, because you're saying it as if like, oh, most people know how much their coworkers work and make and yada yada yada. Most people don't, though.
Yeah, someone said I live in New York City. Employers are required to list pay.
It depends on the job.
Well,
Yeah,
I think it depends on where you live, and maybe a lot of people that follow you haven't.
If you work for the state,
that seem like super just.
Yeah, if you work for the state, you can find it. If you work for the state, you can find out how much people make.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter, right? Like if you're a state employee, you can look it up.
When I worked for a hospital, I knew what the CEO made. I mean, that's all disclosed.
Yeah. Do you think that like people at Chipotle know how much each other are making? People at Enterprise Rental Car, you think they know? The women that work at the men and women that work at Vaughn.
That's so subjective to their culture, their workplace culture. Who knows?
Well, but generally we don't know. That's my point. Generally, most people don't know. It's not a culture, and we very rarely. I was in sales.
Do the employees that work at Chipotle know what each other make?
They don't know. I would guarantee. No, I'm not. I didn't say no employee. I'm saying most employees.
I know. I used to bitch all the time with my coworkers about how much we were making or whatever. How we wanted more money. Not compared to a guy. Just, I mean, I worked in a office that only had 2 men one time. But we would just talk all the time about our salary. Oh, we want more money or this or that or whatever. I mean, it's just.
All right. I hear you. This is an interesting conversation for me. I don't know. Kelly Williams said, I have 2 degrees and 8 certs with 10 years of experience. I don't know what that was in reference to, Kelly. Let me read these super chats real quick. Metal Kisses said, if humans were unalive, the earth would be okay. The earth would flourish if humans were unalive. Phoenix says, her kids aren't safe with her. Bless her heart. Reach Kyla said, crazy how she knows so many abusive women, but little to no abusive men. Drop the Timu pick me Shelby. Go pay attention to that baby. Jesus. Nia X said, I successfully sued an employer for paying me less than my male co-worker, STEM career, tech startup. Wow. I can believe that for sure. Valerie said, this is for the pick me. All right. That's 7 on her head. All right. Hey, what's up, Tibbles? What's going on with it?
Hey. I just wanted to say, Shelby, you really should, I mean, and this is like not supposed to sound like mean or anything like that, but before you come to such a strong conclusion about anything, like whether it be a pay gap or whatever, its existence, you really should do more research than just reading articles. Like you gotta, do your due diligence with that and actually look into things. Otherwise, it's just, maybe not.
Yeah.
You really can't. Yeah. Until you educate yourself, really actually know. That's all I wanted to say.
I think this whole conversation has been maybe not, because you can't quantify should a man be with a woman, or how do men benefit women, or that you all keep saying that the majority of men are bad and the majority of relationships are bad. I mean, you can't quantify any of this. So I think it's really all just subjective, honestly.
All of it is subjective, but the pay gap is not subjective. The pay gap is not real. I'm saying that's not subjective. There is no pay gap. That's what you said. You didn't say it's subjective. You said it's not. But when I say it is, because there are studies on it, then you say it's subjective. That's odd. Maj, you can bring up NJT, invite him up. If not, mute him for the live. I can't see what he's saying. Hey, what's going on, Shawnee?
Hey, public. I wanted to ask Shelby, because I was in the queue for a while. Like, when you bring up like why women should be with men and it's based on companionship, why do you believe that that's the only form of companionship that you need in your life is with a man? Like, do you not have friends?
I don't. The prompt just said, what should women be with men? How do men benefit women? That's one way that they benefit women. Companionship. I'm not saying the only way that women can get companionship is through a man. This was not an only statement.
It wasn't a definitive statement. Venice says, tell her to put her bum husband on. That's him talking. Man, y'all making me.
It's so funny because my husband is literally one of the greatest men I know. We have one of the best relationships.
Bet.
We never fight.
Oh.
We do everything equally.
Nice.
He is there for me whenever I need him. I'm there for him whenever he needs me. We flow together so smoothly. And it's sad to hear conversations like this where you're just all so cynical. Mm-hmm. And I really hope that you can all find the right man, because your view on this situation will change.
So you think it's all
men are bad.
You think it's just they haven't found the right man.
100%. Mm-hmm. There's a right person for everyone in this world.
Interesting. Angel said Shelby concedes no points. You make white women look bad. Go ahead, Shawnee.
Racist. Great. Okay. Yep. Bringing race into it.
I think like you saying that everybody, like women, need to find a man is problematic within itself, because it's already bad enough in society that we put romantic relationships on this pedestal, like they're the end all be all, and we never take into account like having friendships and community. That's what I feel like even now in this like political climate, like that's what we need to actually prioritize, not having women, y'all sitting here giving up your identity and conforming to find men. I think it's personally a waste of time. That is exactly why we have conversations about decentering men, because a lot of y'all are sitting here putting up a front, pretending to be something that you're not, to attract men, and that's fucking weird.
But she got a man. That's the craziest part about it.
This is what I'm telling all you guys. When you find the right person, you can be 100% yourself with that person.
I can be myself right now
by myself
as a single person. Like, I don't need a man to make me bring out my authentic self. I've been my authentic self. Like, I don't need a man to bring that out. Maybe for you, because you may have been putting up a front to get your man.
I didn't put up any fucking front.
Hey, Shelby, I got a question for you. How long have you been with your husband?
5 years.
Were you with any men before him?
Yeah, I was with a few people.
A few people, yeah. What happened with them? Were they good people for you?
They were fine. I just never fell in love with them.
Why not? But why not?
Because they weren't the right person.
But what made them not the right person?
I don't know.
You gotta know. You didn't, you know what I mean? You were with him and you weren't with him. You know what didn't make him a right person. You never got cheated on?
No.
That's nice.
That I know of.
Yeah. They never lied to you?
They lied to me, but these were when I was in my 20s.
I mean, that's not what I'm asking you. They lied to you. Those are still men, right?
Right, but they were acted like boys.
No, they were men acting like men. Men lie. Men lie like a motherfucker. My son don't lie. my boys don't lie. Men lie. Every man I've ever encountered on this app, damn near, aside from like 6 of them, they be lying. So I don't know what you talking about. Men be lying through they fucking teeth, especially the women, right? Men don't have to lie to women. I mean, I don't want to say have to literally, but men don't lie to women often to gain access to women.
I don't know.
You've never experienced that as a woman? A man trying to lie to you to get access to you? Your body?
No.
Never? That's crazy.
No, I don't run in those circles.
What circles? These are just men. What are you talking about? I'm talking about men at the bar, men at school, men.
I never met a man at a bar.
Okay.
Maybe I'm just like too
sheltered.
Probably. I don't know. I can't relate to what I can't relate.
Venice said the washer and dryer has wore her ass out. Osa said come back after he cheats on you. Oh man. Shelby only curses and gets hostile with women. That's what Desi said. And Phoenix said ask her what's the schedule for the holidays and who usually does most of the work. 5 on Miss Shelby.
Who does what?
Most of the work for the holidays, like the planning for the holidays, the cooking, the whatever.
Well, my husband's a better cook than me.
Awesome.
He normally cooks.
Nice.
I don't cook at all.
Damn.
Actually.
You don't cook and you don't clean, but you got that ring. Mm-hmm. I love that for you.
I'm trying to figure out
because that's not important. That wasn't important to my husband. He loved me for me.
How much?
I bring other things to the table. He didn't care that his wife didn't know how to cook. Why is that like?
That don't. Nobody is saying that that's a deal breaker. I don't think that that's crazy. I think that's very sexist to assume that a man has to marry a woman because she can cook. I don't believe that. Jazzy B said, I'm tired of these racist, self-hating white tea women.
Oh. All right, I'm gonna drop because this is just
ma'am.
You're the one that came up here. Here's the thing: if you really stand on business with your viewpoint, like you shouldn't be crashing out the way that you're doing. Like stand on business. If you feel
I'm not
how you
crashing.
feel,
I just don't.
Yeah, you are. If you feel
I don't want to.
Why are you talking over me?
I don't like
swore I was talking, and I'm a mod, so I can.
You don't like people calling you racist?
No, because I'm not. So
I don't. Did anybody? Did she call it racist?
You don't think anything that you've been saying up here is a little bit problematic? Like you're kind of in a way like trying to encourage women to be like codependent on men.
That's not what I'm saying at all.
Yeah, you are, because you haven't even articulated why women need men besides companionship, which that's not even necessarily, I wouldn't even consider that a valid reason. You couldn't name anything else.
The problem is
not that she does have some racist ideas because she compared a swastika to a black power fist.
Wait, where? On her page? See, I knew BBG was going
to make them pages private.
I knew BBG was gonna come up here on something. I knew it. I was like, oh, I know BBG. You compare the Black Power fist to the swastika, Shelby? Say it ain't so, Miss Shelby.
Where are you seeing that?
Oh, show us. I would love to see it. Nah, I don't want to see it because it might get my live banned.
She said it like she typed it.
Oh, you typed it. Okay.
The question was, what's a tattoo that's a red flag? And then she said a swastika and a black power face.
How was that comparing both of them?
I might tell you a joke, but I'm definitely not gonna tell you no lie. Like that's not,
ma'am.
That ain't even my judge.
Ma'am, that is 100% you're comparing the two.
No, I wasn't.
You just said that you didn't type it at all.
How are you not comparing a swastika to a black
video I made?
No. But it doesn't matter though. That's even worse. You put it in print.
I'm not comparing the two. That's two totally separate things.
You're a gaslighter.
What?
Yeah. Are you serious? That is 100. That is textbook.
Oh my God.
Ma'am.
Okay. Yeah,
Are you serious? You just.
No, you're completely twisting everything right now. I'm not.
I'm twisting everything. You compared a swastika to a black power fist, man.
No, it asks for 2 tattoos that would be a red flag on someone.
And why did you pick those 2 tattoos? Why did you pick those 2 symbols?
Because we know why the swastika is wrong.
I get that.
Wrong about the black power fist.
Mm-hmm.
Because it has connotation with a lot of people that don't like white people.
And why do wait?
White people?
Oh, damn it. I just you go ahead, BBG. Ask, you found it. You asked. I want to ask. I'm gonna let you go though. You go off. I'm gonna let you do it. Go ahead. I want to ask.
Because I think the issue is that, like, for one, even when you were talking to Pub earlier about the gender pay gap, like, you kind of spout these ideas without substantiating any of these claims for how you think that, you know, it makes sense, like how it makes sense coming from your brain out of your lips. And it doesn't have to have any real basis of real thought. It's just something that's said. And especially when you compare, like, the gender pay gap, and you talk about how you've read these articles. You never mentioned any of the articles that you read, but you said that you read the articles. You talk about how, you know, women are experiencing these things, and you know that you have experienced these things because you talked about how your father, you know, was abusing you and your mother and, you know, your family, and how you terrorized your family. So you do understand those power dynamics, but then you dismiss them in the same breath. And then you follow up with, you know, I, of course, again, make those page private. I find this information about you where you are comparing a swastika to a black power fist, which have completely different meanings, completely polar opposite meanings.
No, it's not.
And it does. The funny part is you can't find any information that will support the idea that SMATSIs ever fed children or created breakfast programs or provided health care for anybody, but you can't find that information when it relates to Black Panthers. Black Panthers are the reason why we have WIC. Black Panthers are the reason why you have the Patient Bill of Rights. And when you come in and they have to give you care, the reason why that happens is because of the Black Panthers. Like, that black power fist actually represents something that's absolutely completely opposite of what a swastika is. One takes life and one gives life, like, quite literally. God. And I think that it's unfair to make the assertion that we just don't want to see, or we're closed-minded, or we just don't know, based on a lot of your internalized misogynistic and racist ideas.
Oh, God. Oh, man.
Okay.
Shelby, that's tough.
I guess you know everything about me as a
there goes the gaslighting again. Right on cue. There goes the gaslighting. That's crazy. I knew it was coming too.
We know what you want us to know.
Oh, man.
That you think people ain't gonna see. If you go to my Instagram, if you go to my threads, if you go to my Facebook, if you go to my TikTok, I promise you're gonna see things. You're gonna see stuff across the board where you're gonna be like, yeah, that BPG, there she go. She doing that same old thing. Like, that, it's consistent across the board. I don't understand why y'all say things, and then when you're challenged on them, which I welcome people to challenge me on the ideas that I have.
Me too.
I want to learn.
I love it.
I'm not racist.
Shelby. Shelby. Come on now. Come on, ma'am. You don't get to say you're not racist, right?
I'm not.
I know, but you don't get to say, even you can say, I don't think I'm racist. You can't say you're not racist, though. That's crazy. Right? That's like me saying I'm not misogynistic. I would never say that. I try not to be.
That's hilarious.
I try not to be misogynistic, but am I misogynistic? Probably. Shit, no, not probably. 100% for sure I am. No doubt about it. And I would never fight if you told me I was misogynistic. Even if I never even said anything misogynistic, I wouldn't even argue with you if you said I was misogynistic. I wouldn't even say that. I'm a man. I grew up in America. Bingo, bango, bongo. Done. Easy.
No, I'm not racist. But
oh no. What does a Black Power fist stand for to you? What does it mean to you? Who made it?
The way that I've seen it represented was by a lot of people that were against white people. So,
and why would Black people be against white people?
That's not what the fist represents, Shelby.
But
it doesn't represent
that and then say you're not racist.
Then I didn't know what it represented.
I was rooting for you.
No, but Shelby, I'm just saying though. On some real, I'm saying.
I thought it was an anti.
Hold on, y'all missing what I'm saying. I'm Shelby. It's anti-white. Cool. It's whatever you think it is. It's anti-white. What's wrong with that?
I don't think anyone should be anti a race.
Why not? Why can't Black people be anti-white?
Why? Because we shouldn't hate each other.
But I'm asking, but why can't, if anybody gonna be anti-white, why can't we be anti-white? What's the problem with that? Why do we owe white people? Why do we owe them that, like, to not hate white people? Like, why not?
I understand slavery, but I don't think that you should go
slavery.
The rest of your life.
No, you didn't go there.
Slavery.
Oh, wow.
Slavery was, but slavery's still happening right now. You thought I was talking about the 18th? Slavery still happening right now. 2024. Slavery. It literally just got voted down in my state of California. Shelby, I swear to you, can look it up yourself. I swear to God, there was a literal prop. There was a prop on the ballot in California to get rid of slavery, and they didn't vote on it. It didn't pass.
And African Americans are being enslaved by white people still.
Yeah. So this is how it works. Are you familiar with the 13th Amendment?
Yeah.
Okay. And what does the 13th Amendment say? Just in a nutshell. You have to verbatim. What does it say?
It was about slavery. I don't know it exactly.
No, so it's about, like, it's basically saying, like, incarcerated people, you can enslave incarcerated people. Right. Just to break it down. Okay, cool. So, what demographic of people in this country per capita is the most incarcerated group of people?
African Americans.
Okay. Yeah. And the way that things work nowadays, since Lyndon B. Johnson signed one of the first Civil Rights Act, is on paper, you cannot have racially charged policies, right? You can't say stuff like Black people can't drink at the water. You can't do that anymore, right? But like I told you before, when I was explaining to you how racism works, the people are racist. So it doesn't matter what the policies say. The people are racist.
But there's no legal slavery anymore.
That's legal. The 13th Amendment is literally legal slavery. Literally. I just told you. Somebody said Prop 6. Prop 6, you can look it up. Prop 6 in California. Literally, the prop uses the word slavery. It uses the word slavery in it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It is literally slavery exists in America right now. Literally, today. Whatever today, I don't even know. 11/13/2024. Today, slavery still exists in America. And the people that are most affected by that are Black people. So if Black people wanted to If anybody, back to my point, if anybody wanted to hate white people, it would be black people. We would have the right to do that. Same way that if you ask Shawnee, so you hate men, and she doesn't even hate men. But if a woman does dislike a man, or you asked that, I'm sorry, it was to Tiff. If Tiffany doesn't like men, so what? Who cares? Who has more of a right to hate men than women? Who cares?
And it doesn't affect them.
It doesn't affect men at all.
Getting their feelings hurt.
I don't care.
The problem. So
I don't care.
That's why you have to learn the difference between de jure racism and de facto racism. Like that, when I tell people like you have to invest in that understanding of how things are written in documents and how they may not be racist policies, but for sure, in action, they are racist. You know that there are specific parts of town as a black person that if you go to at a certain time of night, you are really running a huge risk. You know that there are schools that you don't want to send your kids to. There are towns that you would never move into. All of those things tie into the difference between de facto racism and de jure racism, or de facto segregation and de jure racism. Like, you have to be able to know that just because you don't see it documented in paper, that does not mean that it does not exist, because people are still very much experiencing that. The prison system is for sure a prime example of that, because before we have Reconstruction, you don't have a modern day prison system similar to the one that we have now. And that's across the board when it comes to, especially with women. It's always weird to me when women don't understand these things, because you know how societal norms go, because you experience them on a regular basis. That's the reason why you even had to admit, like, hey, my husband, he cooks more than I do. That wouldn't be something that you would have to explain if these were rules that did not exist, but they do exist. And we know that there are certain things that are tied to either gender or race or class or sex. If you don't want to invest in trying to understand those things so that you can see how these things are hidden within society, yeah, you probably just invested in that system. And that's all. I mean, I would rather people admit that than to keep going around trying to pretend like, in the club, we all fam.
Not in the club. In the club, we are not all fam.
The host asked me if I cook and clean. I didn't bring that up myself. The host said, so you cook and clean.
Yeah. I did ask you that.
To BPG, to your point.
Hold on.
She doesn't even realize. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
We did it, Joe. Oh man. Shout out to Neff. Woo! Neff said the patriarchy princess can go read a banned book. Shelby, that's what she said. Woolly Dream said on her head, the secondhand embarrassment is painful. Go enjoy your perfect life. Yeah. I'll read all these. Let me read all these real quick. It's about 6 of them. MJ says Shelby sounds like every white tea person I grew up with. That's infuriating. Angel said, now I know how black men and white tea women think alike. Come on, man. Why we catching straight? I was minding. Hold on. Not all black men. Damn. I was minding my own business up here. God damn it. I just got it. Fuck it. I'll take it. Damn. She said, Jazzy said, hold on. We did that one. What does she bring to the table? 5 on her. Still hasn't conceded and victim blames, color aside. I'm tired of these racist, self-hating white tea women. Okay, we are all caught up. Go ahead, Q.
I was just coming up to answer the prompt, and y'all was having a whole deep conversation, but
I'm with the prompt. Let's get this is a perfect time. Palate cleanser. Back to the prompt. I love it. Go ahead.
Okay. I do want to just to show me defense, because I'm dating a white man right now.
Congratulations.
And in their defense.
In their defense.
And I will say in their defense, since they're like not even smart enough to realize, like you said, there are unwritten things that we go through. Like, my boyfriend didn't even know colorism was a thing. He didn't know about that. So I will say in their defense, they're just clueless. A lot of them are very clueless human beings, and that's what they need us to teach them. But to the prompt,
you got to teach them.
Yeah, I mean, if they're not going to go anywhere, I mean, we need to teach them. They need to be under a certain education, and they need to,
get their knowledge up because they're making really poor decisions.
And whose fault is that?
Well, I mean, the fault doesn't matter. We're in a power position now where I think we could do it as Black people.
Who?
But
Who in the power position?
What are you talking about? You better speak for yourself.
Who in the power? Hold on, wait. Who in the power position?
I didn't say that I didn't say we're over them. I said, well, I think I am, but I didn't say we're over them. But what I'm saying is we're damn sure not slaves, and I think we're in a position now where we could probably fix the issue at hand.
So it's up. So we gotta educate white people.
I mean, they're not that intelligent. What do you mean?
Why are you with one then if that's how you feel about them? Like,
it's crazy work.
I don't love my man because he's intelligent. I love him because he provides for me and he protects me. I don't love him because he's smart.
Interesting.
You know what?
Let that woman be happy in her. Let that woman be happy in her provider, protector. She living her soft girl life.
But he got rocks for brains.
She like it like that.
I didn't say he was stupid either. I said he doesn't know about my culture. That's what he doesn't know. He just found out about colorism. He doesn't quite understand what my daughters are talking to me about.
And don't know nothing. It wouldn't even have taken an interest
because he's
in
white,
culture.
man.
Who cares?
I didn't say he didn't take an interest. I said he doesn't know about the details. Why would he? Shelby didn't.
But how is he trying to?
Why would he know? Shelby didn't know. Why would he know?
I expect her not to know. The bar was already in hell for her to begin with. I didn't have no high expectations for her.
My boyfriend, the bar.
Clearly,
but like I said, he's still white. Doesn't change the fact that there's a lot of things about Black people he's unknowledgeable about. But I get it. You upset. I get it.
Hold on, we ain't nobody upset. Hey, hold on. Calm down, everybody. Ain't nobody upset.
Dumb white man that you're partnered with.
Yeah.
Who nobody cares.
Ain't nobody upset.
You're not upset, but you're using slurs.
Yeah.
So.
You called him dumb, though, Q. You said he was stupid.
I didn't call him stupid.
You
did.
did.
That's smart, but it's not your.
Oh.
Why is it her place to tell him that? Why is that her place to say it and then say I'm not mad? But you're the one that came. I'm trying to answer the prompt.
All right.
Came under here and threw your man under the bus, all because he got some money.
Because he's white. I'm not oblivious to that, ma'am.
The thing is,
I'm with a white, blue-eyed Democrat man. I know what I'm doing, but can I answer?
Hold on.
First of all, you're not finna overtalk me because I was talking and I'm a mod, so I can mute you. First of all, I have white friends. I have never had to educate them anything about my culture at all. That's why they're my friends to begin with. So the fact that you came up here and said that we need to educate white people on like what Black people are doing, that's crazy.
Don't twist my words either, because that's not what I said.
You did say that. You said you had to teach your own boyfriend about your culture.
About colorism.
Your exact words are not what I said. You are twisting my ears. What I said.
Hold on, one at a time.
If he was genuinely in community with Black people, you wouldn't have to teach him anything. That's what I'm talking about.
I just have a question for you, Q. So your boyfriend is a liberal?
He is the fucking exact opposite of me, and I love that man. Yeah, so she's just going on and on about something she don't know nothing about.
I got you. You brought him up, but I would rather not talk about your boyfriend.
He's still going on about him when I'm trying to answer the prompt. She's still going on about him.
Yeah, listen, I don't want to center her boyfriend, to be honest with you. I do think it's a little weird. Erica Taylor said, Q, please log off. I beg of you. I do think it's a little odd that you are a Trump supporter as a Black woman and you have a liberal boyfriend. But
I'm not a MAGA, so please don't call me that. That's offensive. But I feel you.
I didn't call you a MAGA. I just said you support Trump.
Nah, yeah, don't.
But wait a minute. No, hold on. Time out. No, she is MAGA.
She is MAGA. I know. I don't know why she don't want to be MAGA, but okay. I
don't know why either. But no, that's an immutable fact.
You got that man as your profile.
Really good for you. That's really good for you.
But
it's great for me, but I'm worried about you. I don't know that I understand. Y'all got
it's not really for you to understand, but host, could I go ahead and
you can answer the prompt. I do want to talk about the prompt. Yes, I think it'll make an interesting conversation.
I don't even care to talk about
Okay. You do have Trump as your profile picture, and you did bring up your stupid white boyfriend, and you know, you kind of set yourself up for all of this. But okay, I'm with definitely. Let's talk about the problem.
Yep, and I get it. People on the panel like to go back and forth.
That's what we on the panel for. We literally are on a panel to go back and forth. That's what we're up here for. But go ahead. I'm listening.
Exactly.
I want to hear it. Go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead. What you got to say about the problem?
Do I think that women should? Thank you. Do I think that women should be with men? I do. I just don't agree with the current idea of how we should be with men. But to answer it in short, yeah, I do think women should be with men. And how do men benefit women? I truly do believe, based on human evolution, based on religious texts, based on societal norms, I do truly believe that the male was created for the female and for the child, for protection, for provision, and also to continue on genetics through, you know, human breeding. So that is truly what I believe. I just don't believe, like, I guess, the regular way that people think women should be with men. I don't believe that. But to answer it in short, yes.
Are you with your boyfriend right now?
No.
How is your boyfriend protecting you right now?
Let's see. He has access to my driving record. He has access to my location, and he's also watching my children.
So he's not protecting you right now, and
he's protecting my offspring.
I know he's protecting your children. I get it, but he's not protecting you right now. And secondly, what was it? I think you made me forget. So he's not protecting you right now, and and who is your boyfriend? Who would he be most likely protecting you from?
The answer is obvious. Other men. That would be the most obvious thing.
So why do women need men for protection? Wouldn't they just need men to leave them alone?
I do agree with that statement that they should leave women alone. And that's why I said I don't think that we necessarily need to be with men in the way society views it. Mm-hmm. But do I think we need them for protection? Oh, yeah. Because these men are ridiculous. They're crazy.
Okay. We did it, Joe. Oh my God, y'all not playing tonight. Go ahead, Liz. Jesus Christ.
Hi, yeah. So just like one thing, I just wanted to say one thing because I obviously I came up here for Shelby and she's gone, but like in general, YT people are not stupid, and like I feel like to perpetuate the idea that we are is dangerous because that it makes needless excuses for our bullshit, and we don't need any more excuses for our bullshit.
You ain't never lied.
Yeah, we're perfectly capable of understanding, you know, like relatively simple concepts, like, you know, that Black people in the United States are oppressed, and the ins and outs of that. Like, yeah, we're not stupid.
The one and only verbal assassin said, so we have to teach them about a system they created and uphold. Exactly. For real. Phoenix said, I think caller might be light-skinned. 5 on Q. Maybe your white mama? I don't know. Damn. Okay. Go ahead, Nix. That was hey, we just ran the gauntlet, y'all. This was one of the craziest fucking.
Yeah, that was pretty exhausting. That was just old girl living in her own little bubble. That she's happy. What I took away from Shelby was that she'd been so horribly abused that anything was better. So as far as anybody other than her father that's even slightly better, she thinks is butterflies and rainbows.
He don't cheat, he don't cheat, he don't beat, and he got a job. And she over here throwing this motherfucker up.
Institute later in life, so that's better. The people who've been abused like that, they think anything easy or anything that's slightly less than what they experience is just perfect, and everybody's experiencing that.
and she's still in a state of mind where she really needs to get some therapy and unpack a lot of what she has going on, because her safety is with a man basically, and so she has to do whatever it takes for him to stay within his safety. But should women be with men, and how do men benefit women? I think women should be with men if they want to. Otherwise, no. I think it's too destructive. Men have gotten out of place where finding a purpose, and their purpose is based on what other men tell them their purpose is. They don't know how to find their own purpose independently. So they want to subjugate everybody to whoever on top told them what to do, because they've been told that they can't do it, but they can have this as long as they do this, and so they can have some people to control because they can't climb. And that's the bottom line, is women really don't benefit from men outside of romantic relationships, and that's if you want to be bothered. You got to think about it. Not every woman wants a man. Some women want women. So, yeah. I mean, that right there debunks the whole idea that women need men.
Facts. Randomly, were you saying something? Your mic is muted.
Oh, I do that sometimes. I just don't like to interrupt people, but holy, the last one who just got up here and saying that all like white people are stupid. No, we're not stupid. We have our moments, but doesn't everybody have their moments sometimes where they're not as smart as they can be? Just depending on the day. I don't think it has to do with color, really.
I agree.
I'm sorry, go ahead. Sorry. And also, like, what Shelby was saying, that was kind of hard to listen to without having to, use my claws with my mouth, so to speak. But yeah, it's all crazy. Like, things that she's saying about women, but then tries to like back up men who are harming women by bringing in things that women can do. Yes, we all know that women can be, violent. We can be just destructive, but it's nowhere near as enough or nowhere as high as it on the men's side. But not like a high on the men's side. I don't see the world like that. I just see the world as we're human beings. We come from different backgrounds. We come from different cultures. We come from different, and there's some things that we just have to. I'm just rambling. Sorry.
It's okay. I wanted you to get it all out because I know you hadn't said anything in a while, but I hear you. What up, Tori?
I originally, when I was back and forth, I really came up with the first woman that was saying all that stuff. Like, honestly, I applaud you because you was being nice, but I get what you were doing. You were trying to get more information. She was lost.
Yeah. Y'all wanted me to start chopping her head. I didn't want to do it. She's how sensitive she was.
I was like, you know what? I don't think he wants me up there. And I'm glad Tiffany went up there. Like, it was just some of the stuff that she said, because a lot of women who are male-centered, they literally, whatever a man say, they believe. So if this man told her that she's keeping me away from her our children, the first thing that she said was like, yeah, she did this, she did that. Those were women who have internalized hypocrisy. She was like the epitome of a right to pick me. The ones that voted with their husband because they thought that their husband, decides the stuff when it comes to their family. The other girl, she's a black. I always wanted to come toe to toe with that 7-8% of black women who voted for Trump. Like, I really wanted to smoke with her. I wanted so much because I'm just like, are you dumb? Like you cannot. I'm sorry. I'm not. But one thing she did say.
Go to my Instagram page. They on there.
Right. One thing that she did say that I'm not gonna say that they're stupid as a white team. I'm not gonna say that. But believe it or not, like I have a stepmother who is white tea, and my baby father's white tea, right? And when I tell you, they don't even know half the stuff that we know they don't. They are so ignorant. I had to literally teach my stepmom, who did not know nothing, who grew up in Kentucky. She did not know anything about Black history. And the funny thing is, I would have to teach his Haitian father about Black history.
I believe that too. Mm-hmm.
That's the sad part. Because a lot of the people, even from Africa, they really over here thinking when they come in this country that we're just lazy, we on welfare, we're this and that, until they actually had to see it for themselves. My dad had to actually see it for himself. He was discriminated against. They almost shot his dog, and only because he has a white wife. That was it. Yeah. Because like they followed him, they found out who he was and who was like. They was harassing my dad, following my dad, and I said, Dad, even my stepmom said it's because I'm white. She literally said it. Damn. And did me literally trying to teach her what actually happened because they really don't know. Even my cousin, he don't know nothing because they don't want to teach those the white kids that because they're afraid it might hurt their feelings. That's why critical race theory that they don't want it in school because they feel like their children are going to be guilty. When I tell you there are some white people who don't know nothing, they really believe on like Fox News that we're lazy, we're violent, and it's always black on black crime. We're all baby mothers. They don't know nothing.
That's fact.
Not all of them. Some of them know.
Yeah.
The majority of them don't know a motherfucking thing because they don't want to learn. They want to feel like I don't see no color. Everybody's human. That is complete utter bull crap. That is bull crap. Mm-hmm. That is utterly bullcrap. I was literally, because of my kid's skin color, it was a little bit light, but they were stereotypically black. I had this lady call the police on me because she thought I kidnapped 2 biracial kids. And she thought that my kids were just, are they okay? And I'm looking at her like, why would you think that? And then I'll never forget when my son, had good behavior. So he won a bike. So when I went home, I'm in my house, and he said, I'm looking for, my son Corn mother. And I was like, I'm right here. He was like, but you're black. So these people do see color. They just feel uncomfortable when you bring it up. They don't want to feel uncomfortable. That is it. That is all. And I'm a man there.
No, I didn't Mo better. I read your Cash Apps. Which one didn't I read? Mo better said I ignored her Cash Apps. Which one? Oh, that came after she dropped. And she dropped and then it came. You want me to read it? It says on Q's dumbass. Mackenzie, when she sent this, she said drop Nar Smith. Oh man. Prototype said $2 for BPG taking my advice on vetting. Stop talking, BPG. What you talking about, Prototype? Wow. All right. What up, scrolling back?
Listen, I don't even want none because BPG 8 I fear.
Mm-hmm.
So I can go to bed happy knowing that you got them bitches.
She gobbled that woman up. That shit was crazy. Thanks, Rads.
It was weird that she mentioned that her husband was YT. I mean, her man, sorry, like he was a Democrat and she's a Republican. It's like she wanted us to like, oh my God, sis, yourself a Democratic male white male family. She wanted us to praise her. Go by. You look dumb as hell, and that's coming from a woman who actually was with a white man for long. It's like, no, that's nothing to brag about. Like,
she wanted me to read it.
She like Candace Owens in the flesh.
I thought that was personal. My bad. Raz said $5 for new sweater fund. Oh, you don't like my sweater?
It's a Cosby sweater, bro.
Cosby? What are you talking about? This is fine.
Sweater.
This is fine cotton. It's a great sweater.
I found it
you
disingenuous in the one lady who said she's married to a YT man and she had to teach him. I think she's just full of it because I'm married to a YT man. I didn't teach him a thing. He already knew. He already has an idea and he's always paying attention. So that whole, I got a YT man and I have to teach him. No, you don't. If you have to teach him, you shouldn't have dated him in the first place because you should have known ahead of time.
Facts. I want to let Gerbil go. Go ahead, Gerbil.
Okay. I was gonna address the topic.
Go ahead.
Should women be with men?
Mm-hmm.
How do men benefit women?
Yep.
I don't think that women should be with men. They're dangerous, emotional, way too emotional.
They don't have any emotional maturity. If we were walking in the street and we had a conversation, someone probably get unalived. So no, I don't feel safe with men. And I don't feel safe with my daughter being around men. How do men benefit women? I honestly can't answer that one. I don't know.
I mean, so no, we don't.
I don't.
No problem. Yeah, there you have it. Yeah, man, keep gifting the panel. I like that, man. Y'all drop some gifts on their head. I love that.
I don't even think I answered the prompt. I came up here.
You came in here hot and heavy on her, Shani.
Exactly, I did. My bad. I didn't even answer the prompt.
I literally forgot to, Shani. I really did, because that ticked me off. I want to answer the prompt.
All right, go ahead, Shani.
Let Tori go. I'll go after her.
Okay, go ahead, Tori.
Like, okay, bet. Should women be with men? As of right now, no. And the reason why I say this is because, yeah, it's even getting married to men is actually going to be detrimental to women, because y'all think that this shit is a joke. They're going to try to take away no-fault divorce.
Oh, they're going to try to, yeah. They're going to definitely do it in some states. They're going to take it away. It's definitely going to hit.
That's the reason why that dude, always on another live, I think it was, and he was there, when he was like, he making little teeny weeny excuses why women leave men, but not even taking account that we leave men because they're bad men. But they want to make every excuse. On
you talking about earlier? Yeah. In Lynn's live, yeah. Yep.
Like, there's a lot of men saying, like, y'all leave over the little stuff. No, this shit accumulated. And now we on, like, we're not going to take it anymore. And they're like, well, you're supposed to be with us to unalive and apart. They want us to be stuck with them. So if no fault divorce comes about, right, you know what I'm saying? Like, they had to be stuck with this man. So the only thing I could think of, the women who are already married and get stuck with these men, like, just do what our ancestors did. Slowly poison them.
Jesus Christ.
Slowly. You have to watch them suffer. Like, make sure that it's not fast and quick.
Hold on, let's wait. Be careful. That's inside violence against a whole group. Let's wait.
You're right. Not all of them. So much bad.
Let's slow down a little bit.
A lot of bad husbands. When it comes to, like, how do women benefit men? Absolutely, we don't benefit nothing when it comes to that. When I say that we don't, they keep talking about provision and protection. We can do that ourselves. We can protect ourselves. But even if when we give birth, our lives are literally on the line. And these dudes told my son, you're worthless when you have children. Like, they basically call us worthless that we have children. So even then, we don't benefit being with them by creating children, because we lose our value. I'm sorry. Yeah, but they down women who actually have children and is not married. So imagine she was with a man. I'm not talking about every situation, but what I'm saying is, like, no matter what we do, we're not benefiting from it. It's like we take a short-handed stick. Like, even if we're both working, I'm gonna end it there. But even if when y'all both working, y'all we do work, we come home working, and then we gotta take care of that man. Being with the man is not beneficial. It's a sacrifice. It's actually a burden to a lot of women. And I ended there.
Bad. Thanks, Maxie. Cherokee Queen, what's good with it?
Hello. I'm gonna answer the prompt. Should women be with men? Hell no. Especially with all the stuff that's going on, like with, you know what's going on. And how do men benefit women? They don't. How do men benefit women? They don't benefit women. They only suckers dry for everything. They're very abusive. There's no benefits. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. Like I had my father in my life and my stepdad, and they were both abusive.
Damn.
I hate when they say they weren't, like, my stepdad was physically abusive a little bit and, like, mentally abusive, and my dad was just neglectful. So I hate when they say, you didn't have a dad in your life. Yes, we did, and they were still awful. Like, what are you talking about?
Had two of them.
And they was only benefiting off my mama because they had kids, because my mama had kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how I know women are worth something, because why do y'all keep using women when they have kids? Because it benefits you for the source. Like, make it make sense. And women don't have to be a man because it's too risky. You know what I'm saying? It's risky to go on a date. I've been celibate for a year. Got back to dating, and men are still abusive. Like, it's like they fetish off of celibacy.
Thanks, Nia.
You get what I'm saying? It's just tough. Like, it's tough to just put your trust out there and trust a man, because they're so abusive mentally from the jump. Like, if you just pay attention, you can see all the signs, and it's weird because they think they just have some type of entitlement over your body and your choices in life, and we're just tired of it. You know what I mean? So for you to do this work for the man, salute to you, because you got a lot of patience. I've been watching you for about a year, and it's just, I learned a lot from you. I'm not gonna lie. Like, once I started listening to you, I was like, what? Like, it's actually men out here doing the work. It's just rare because I only see you and Mr. Jones out of the whole popularity of black men doing the work, and that's crazy.
Yeah, there's a couple of us. It's about
I haven't came across them yet, but I will soon. I just gotta be in the algorithm. But I appreciate you bringing me up.
No problem. Thank you.
Listening. Appreciate you.
All right, Cherokee. Y'all can go on. And Shawnee, you can answer the prompt. Go ahead.
Should women be with men, like the girl's been saying, with the political climate that's happening right now? Absolutely not. I told Shelby earlier, we need to be focusing more on community. And it's just, I don't know, it's just weird to me because I'm coming across videos, it ain't been a week since the election, and you already got men talking about, like, is it safe to, like, ask women out on dates? Like, read the fucking room. Like, seriously, read the room.
Hell no, don't ask me out on no date. I'm not.
Like, I think we need to be focused on, like, community right now. I get up here all the time and I talk about, like, men need to decenter women and vice versa. Like, a lot of y'all need to learn how to be a friend. Like, start there. Y'all like to jump from relationship to relationship to relationship. Like, learn how to be a good friend. Because a lot of y'all that don't make good friends, you typically don't make good romantic partners to begin with. It's like everything y'all center everything around, like, getting into a romantic relationship, and you're not even trying to, like, embrace it. You can't even embrace your authentic self because you sit here trying to conform yourself, pretending to be something you're not, to be rewarded a romantic relationship where you're still not being fulfilled. But then y'all like to throw your friends and everything else under the bus. The people who actually do care about you, you'll throw all of that under the bus for a man who don't even give, like, 2 fucks about you. So y'all need to focus more on, like, being a good friend. That's the foundation for, like, everything. Like, I don't even trust men that don't even know how to form, like, platonic relationships with women. I don't trust them. That's an immediate red flag for me. So that's what men need to be focusing on. And then as far as, like, men benefiting women, you can't be a benefit to women if you don't even see women as people and you are misogynistic. So how are you supposed to be a benefit to my life and you don't even see me as a person? So how does that even make sense?
It doesn't. It's gonna be damn near impossible. Damn near impossible. What up, Shemaine?
Hey, family, what's going on? Y'all know I get banned and come right back. Y'all already know me. I get banned and come right back. I'm always coming back. I'm like a spider. You can't keep me on the gingerbread man. Nah, but for real though. Let's see. Should women be women? Absolutely the fuck not. Why? Why should we? For what reason?
For babies.
And it says, how do men benefit women? Not a damn thing. Again, why? Why should we? What are we benefiting from them from? That whole, we giving protection and provision. No, you giving us a headache and discernment and a whole bunch of STDs and chlamydia. Keep Captain Syphilis over there with you. I'm good. Like, no, thank you. Any man that sits on the panel and on the app and want to sit there and talk about some, oh yeah, you should be married before you carry. No, you should be checking for an STD check instead of worrying about whether or not somebody is marrying before they carry. Oh yeah, you need to sit here. No, you need to worry about if you got Captain Gonorrhea on your lip. That's what you need to be talking about. Bro, how many bodies do you got on you? Like, nah, we not about to play this with dudes in 2024. Like, nah, y'all need to keep it a buck with these dudes. That's why half of them can't stand me now. Cause the first thing I'm asking a grown man on the app who's talking about some, yeah, let's sit here and talk about body count. Bro, how many times have you went to the clinic, my guy? Like, let's be for real about it. It's time to literally tell them, they talking about the wrong things, and they not talking about whether or not, if they gonna sit here and tell us the real truth of how much unprotected sex they've been doing. How many times they've been lying to grown women. How many times they been sitting here, yep, like, we not about to do this today. We need to be telling them real talk. Instead of talking about some, oh yeah, women that did this, single mothers. They giving up single mother homes. Nah, let's worry about whether or not you gonna tell us whether Captain Trips is in your bloodstream. Anyway, love y'all. I'm a mute for now.
All right, man. Hey, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I got to go. I want to make sure everybody that I cleared the queue. Please don't request back up or don't request up to anybody. I gotta go lay it down. We did it. We did it, Joe. We did 2 hours and 41 minutes. Damn, that was a good live. I had a great time. Are you not entertained? I was highly entertained. I loved it. I had a blast. Shout out to the best minds in the business, man. We trying to still hit 200,000. I'll try to stay on till we can hit it. Shout out to all my peoples in the super chat, man. Osa, Metal Kisses, Phoenix Soul, Reese Skyler, Nia X, Valerie, Desi, Wooly, Neff, the only verbal assassin. And yeah, I got nothing. Appreciate y'all, man. I really do. Thanks for supporting the live. Everybody hit the what's it called? Cash App, man. Really appreciate y'all. Everybody that gifted. I seen you need to send out some subscriptions. I love that. Definitely, we got some subs popping. Pick Me's come back tomorrow so I can help y'all crash out. Shawty want to assist with the crash out. She said come back tomorrow. Oh man, damn, that was fun. Had a great time. Scratchy throat? No, yeah, man. Y'all, I want to see. Look, hold on. I'm gonna show y'all something. Look at that. Who that? My man's at, man. Hold on. Look at that. Who is that? Look at that. Y'all thought it wasn't going to happen, but it did. Yep. On some Cali shit. My guy. Jeff cool. He cool just like I is online. He just like that in real life shit. Oh, man. He just like that. He just the same way in real life. I love that. I love when you meet people in real life and they the same person. Yeah, man. Yep. We got a little movie coming out. We got us a little film coming out. Y'all go check for it. Got a little movie on the way. Mm-hmm. But yeah, good times, man. Good times. I love it. Good times. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all, man.